On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a box full of chocolate goodies. Hey guys, Lady Mom T here, and this is the 12 Days of Christmas collab hosted by Mimi Sparkles. There are 12 of us in this collab, and every channel will be listed down below. My little 12 day of Christmas item is this box. Ooh, a simple box, eh? Well, when you take the lid off, it is full of lovely chocolates. Isn't that cute? This was interesting to make. It's actually not that hard, but it was, with the video I watched, it was a little crazy, but I figured it all out, and now I'm gonna give it all to you. The knowledge that I have learned. Alright you guys, so if you want to make this fabulous box, first you're going to need your base, and there are 5 different pieces that we're going to be cutting out of various sizes. So the first one is this piece here is 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. And this you're going to score at 2 inches on all sides. Alright, we can go ahead and varnish the edges. And then we're going to cut up this line here to the first score mark, right here and there, and then we'll flip it around and do the same on the other. Flip it around, do the same thing. Just cut up to that first score mark. Alright, so let's go ahead and glue these down, or use whatever adhesive you want. Alright, so we got this box done. Now let's move on to the next piece. Alright, the next piece will be 3.5 by 12. This should stretch out completely across your scoring board. And so the best thing to do is take your box and put it in the middle. I have it scored at 1.5, 4.5, 7.5, and 10.5. But I literally like sat here and measured it all out and like folded it up to make sure I got the right measurements. So once you score it, then varnish your edges. And then with the box, so the sides here that have the flaps glued on, that's pretty sturdy. These sides, not so much. So these are the sides that I'm gonna glue one down, and then the other side will get a mat on it, so that'll sturdy it up and thicken it up a little bit. So I do both. I use adhesive tape for the edges, and then I just put some hot glue in the middle. Now when you glue this down, make sure you get it right at the bottom. Alright, so we got that part done so far. Let's go ahead and get our two upper boxes done. So for that, you're going to want two pieces that measure 4 by 5 and 5/8. And you're going to score at 1 3/8 on all sides. Right now we have to varnish those edges. And on this, the same thing on the other box, we're just going to cut right up to the first line here, 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 and here. So you just cut up to the first line, go right on this line here, cut up to the first line, spin it around, cut up, and cut up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hot glue these. I like hot glue because it does it quicker. You can use whatever you want. You can use adhesive tape, fast drying glue, or slow drying glue if you want to sit there and hold it. Alright, so we got these two boxes done, and now let's move on to the next step. Alright, so now we're going to adhere these little boxes on here. So what you're going to want to do, I do the strips, you can do this any way you want. I do the strips and the glue in the middle. But what you're going to want to do is make sure you're going to want to line it up. This little crease right here, you're going to want to get it as close as you can to that, but also making sure that you're up above this box so it'll close. You know what I mean? So you have to just eyeball all of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that now. So, the moment of truth. Yes, it all closes up lovely. All right, so let's go ahead and do the top, the lid. So this piece here for the lid is 5 by 5, and we're going to score it 1 inch on all sides. All right, now let's varnish. Alright, and same thing with those other boxes, just like the other boxes, we're going to cut on the line up to the first score line. Flip it around and do the same. Then fold these up to make the top. Alright, so the lid's done. You can test it out. Looks lovely. Alright, so now let's go ahead and do the decorative pieces. Alright, so we'll start with these 3 outside pieces here. Those are going to be 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. So I'm going to do the 2 3/4 first, because the paper is going to be sitting this way, and then do the 3 1/4. See? Perfect. So you're going to want 3 of these for the outside. Alright, I'm going to put those on and be right back. Alright, so I got the back done. Looks fabulous. So now we're going to do the 2 front flaps. And those measure 3 1/4 by 1 3/8. So do 3 1/4 this way. And then 1 3/8. Alright, so I got the front done, the sides, the back, the other side. So now let's decorate the inside. So this box, we're going to make a matte piece for the front and the sides, and these 2 also measure the same, and they are all going to measure 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those out and get them put on, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got all these pieces put on. Now we'll work on the inner flaps, which is the same measurements as the outside flaps, which is 3 1/4 by 1 3/8, which I already pre-cut mine. Oh, and I decided to go with a different paper pattern on the inside. I'm going to do the snowflakes on the inside. So next we're going to do this section here. Now on the other one I didn't put any here because there was so much blue. I just left these open, like just the base color. So that worked for that one. For this one though, I want to do it a little bit differently. So I definitely want to put some back here, so I'm going to use the snowflake paper for back here, and then I cut some pieces for the front that I'm using the other paper for that. And these measure 2 3/4 by 1 1/8. Now we're going to make a piece for this back right here, and that is the same measurement as these outside pieces, which is 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. Alright you guys, so I got the whole inside done. Super cute. I love this paper pack. It's the Martha Stewart Christmas paper pack, and it's just so lovely. Alright, so now we just have to do the top of the lid, and that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Alright, so that is how you make this whole lovely thing. So now the fun part, I have this whole thing of these Ferraro collection chocolates. They're amazing. And we just put some lovely chocolates in there. Alright, so this is what it looks like closer up. All the lovely chocolates. You just fold it right up and put the lid on. And voila, a fabulous little treat box. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure you check out the videos before and after this one. I will link down in the description day 2's video, which was Bonnie from Bonnie's Corner. She is insanely crafty. She makes things that completely blow my mind. And the channel that will be posting the 4th day of Christmas will also be linked down below if I can get the link. It wasn't provided to me at the time of filming this, so if I don't have it, I apologize in advance. Her name is Lisa. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching.